Welcome back, ladies and gents. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you got to enjoy it in some way. I got to go on a pretty good bike ride yesterday, minus the seat acting stupid and everything, yeah. It was a good time, so I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope you got to have some fun now that, things at least suck a little less. But, that being said, let's get right into this. And I know you people are probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but let's get back into more stuff coming out of our beautiful, beautiful southern border. Because the situation just keeps getting so much better. And we go from things like Cochise County, like Arizona sheriffs, talking about, the problems with the cartel now because, they're emboldened by President Biden's administration's views on it all. So, why would we want to go and help them out? I'll never understand how you didn't think that was going to happen by the new lax policies. Again, it's one of those, you're stupid. Sorry, there's no other word for it. You are inept. Is that a better word? Could be a better word. We'll go with that, but to not think that the cartels were going to, take advantage of it, all these bad, we already found people, again, from Middle Eastern countries on the terror list coming across. There's all kinds of bad people coming across. Be it, I'm a bad person for mentioning it, which I'll never understand, but, again, see this thing right behind, that right there, in between these, it actually still works compared to apparently tens of millions of people in the country who are just dumb and blatantly ignorant to, I don't know, how the world actually works. And even a lot of them are when education system, we are still ranked at least decently in the world, and they're still just blatantly ignorant. So I don't know what the hell the problem is. Maybe everyone just needs a good old, Jethro Gibbs slap to the back of the head. Or you can get Red Foreman to stick his foot exactly where. That might help, but probably won't actually. I think we're all screwed, but that's just me. And then we can get into, other just, Biden's administration. Now, they're still not letting reporters or anyone in there just do ride-alongs or see the facilities, which is just, dastardly after this long. If that doesn't tell you if there's a problem, you apparently don't understand how the world actually works, and I feel very sad for you, because this is, common sense stuff here. And it's gotten to the point now where, even CNN and ABC are calling them out for being, inept and changing all of these plans that all the policies that Trump had, just by executive order, but not actually preparing or having a plan for anything that was going to happen because of it. And right now the numbers are we're already almost beating last year's numbers already in some places. They're it is a problem. And when CNN and ABC are calling them out, it is a big problem. Really, if MSNBC calls them out, then it's we're in a cataclysmic state. If they actually call out a Democrat for doing anything. But when CNN and ABC, they're pretty big ones, are even calling them out and talking trash about not having a plan and just saying, screw it, let's get rid of Trump's policies because it was Trump and he's bad orange man. Without actually having any plan or doing anything, because they couldn't prep for anything, and not let's take time and get this ready before. No, they just went and did it, and they were calling people to come in. They expected a surge and all that for years now. So, duh. What do you think was going to happen, you idiots? But liberal news is coming after them, which is a good sign. At least they're only doing it on their Sunday shows, which I'm sure have even lower ratings than the rest of their shows. But at least they're doing it. That's a big start. And when it comes to not seeing in there. Representative Henry Cuellar, he's from Democrat from Texas. I'm sure I just butchered his name, but everyone butchers my last name, so we all go through it. But he actually was in there and took pictures, and sent them out to Axios and people, of just people just in these places sleeping on gym mats or on just straight concrete, jam-packed in there, well over capacity and all that during all of this. And how just pure garbage they're treating people after all the years of everyone butchering a certain orange man with really odd hair. That's really all I have about him, just that hair. But the people in cages is all terrible, even though Joe Biden and Obama built the cages because that's liberals. It's okay if one person does it. Same facilities. One person, it's migrant facilities. The other person, it's kids in cages. But he did take pictures and send them out to the world to see just how jam packed, like sardines, and again sleeping on floors, and it's just abysmal. It is a human rights issue right there. And there's no other way to get around that. That's a thing right there. That's if you didn't see him, look it up. Daily Wire shared one. I saw someone else shared it. You could look it up. His pictures. Hell, just look up the pictures. He shared them with Axios. So look up Axios. I'm sure you can see them there. No problem. It's abysmal. Just rammed into everything because they're idiots and they had no plan for anything. They said, "Come on in," and I really think they did. Why? Because no matter how bad it got, they're going to do it. We all knew what they were going to do. They're doing exactly what we thought they were going to do. And they're blaming it all on Donald Trump. Shocker. I know. That's mind-blowing stuff. They blame Donald Trump. Get out of here. Get up. Yeah, it was Donald Trump's fault. Didn't you know that, this problem is happening now? And I've talked to people that have actually said that. Him saying, come on over, and there's no remain in Mexico policy, which he's trying to get Mexican president to start working and doing stuff like that again to deter people, to stop them from getting to the border. That was one of the things he got rid of on day one. Here's a good idea. Don't just get rid of it because Donald Trump signed it. Some of this, just because you don't like him doesn't mean you have to get rid of it because now you're trying to ask him to do it all over again. The same thing you got rid of because it was barbaric and draconian and, inhumane. And now you're trying to get him to do it. There's a reason it was there. Some of these things actually were working. It's amazing how now you're trying to get them to come back, because you're just idiots. But to blame Trump, is it Trump's fault that, this is, the numbers are this high, especially with children, to the point where, you're over capacity in all your facilities, putting people up in the Dallas Convention Center, gave 85 million? 85, I think it was 86 million, sorry, to ICE, who they're talking about abolishing, to put illegal immigrant families that come across the border in hotels to keep them. And we're allocating all these funds. And it's not a problem. What is it? Is that suddenly Trump's fault too? Guess what, jagaloons? It's because I don't think that word gets used enough. It's not on them. Not on Trump at all. Not his policy that's getting these people coming over at a historically, frighteningly cyclic rate. Sorry. It's sad but true. And I can hear guitars in my head right now, but he had it, so remain in Mexico, and people had to, when they tried to come here, they had to, stop at their embassy in their country, or the first country. They passed through his embassy and applied for asylum there. Which drastically slows down the flow. Unlike now, where they're getting people's fingerprints and names and all that, and giving them a bus ticket to wherever they want to go, and not even setting court dates, which they are actually physically doing right now. Expecting these people to show up, I guess, at some point and go to the local ICE office and get that set up. I'm pretty sure most of them aren't going to. It's that bad. They're just saying, "Here, go by, do it yourself," because they can't keep up with it. Trump never had that problem, because everyone remained in Mexico until everything was done for them. They still had people illegally crossing. They got sent back to wherever they were. Weren't just letting them in. Wasn't taxpayer dollars for housing them and hotels, and it's not just okay. Bye. Go set up your court date on your own. See you later. Why? Because we don't have the resources. Because we're idiots, and we caused a cluster out of the whole situation because we're stupid. Because they're doing exactly what they did. Obama and Biden did for 8 years. Remember, it was George Bush's fault. Just all the deficit, the giant trillions of dollars that suddenly happened, with more than ever under Obama, that first little bit there. And what do you? Oh well, George Bush, yeah. The war and everything else he blamed it on, it's George Bush's fault. 7 years of war under him. You mean to tell me that suddenly all that money just caught up right there, on you? No, it's because you were spending money on dumb stuff and wasting it all. And now here they are turning around like that was all Bush's fault. This is all Trump's fault. It can never be that they're inept or stupid or don't actually have any like plan of anything at all. And a quick shot at Mayorkas, the head of Homeland Security and all that, saying that the media not being allowed in is because of COVID. They're getting in everywhere else, and you have these places jam-packed with people during COVID, 100% or more. So come up with a real excuse. Stop blaming Trump. Stop blaming COVID. But you guys are just doing a garbage show. You're not prepared. You don't know what the hell's going on. And we're all screwed because of it. Not that hard. You jackwagon. That's another good one. That doesn't get used enough either. Don't care who you are. That doesn't get said enough. And it's nicer than anything else I can call them. And now we're going to move on to jackwagons. Let's go to AOC and the rest of the squad, Tom Steyer and all them. Who AOC, saying they're not doing a $15 minimum wage is legislative poverty. Just had to make sure I got that phrase right. Legislative poverty. And then her fellow Rashida Tlaib, fellow squad member, is trying to get said, no, we need it to be $20. And then billionaire Tom Steyer, who tried to be the Democratic, nominee, didn't work out too well for him, but he said we should do $22 minimum wage. All these things. If they don't, it's legislative poverty to not move it up. Okay, well, here we go. Here's some common knowledge for stupid people out there. Because there's lots of stupid people out there. They already did the thing. They researched it. They looked into it. Guess what? I think it was 800,000 people, maybe 900,000, would get moved out of poverty with the $15 minimum wage. And 1.5 million people would lose their jobs, which would then put them into poverty, which means more people would get, almost twice as many people would get hurt as get helped. That's just at 15. So wherever the hell Rashida Tlaib came up with 20, or Tom Steyer's stupid, at 22, they did the study what 15 would do. It would kill small businesses. Here we go. They're struggling now, especially because of COVID. Small businesses, look how long most of them last. It's like restaurants and everything. Well, those first couple of years, look how many don't make it out of the first year, let alone the next couple. And that's where the minimum wage is now, wherever you are. Over doubling it, federally, to that. They did the study. It would kill people. It would kill all kinds of stuff. Small businesses would be gone. What do you think big businesses would do? Here's a great question. Have you been to a Walmart lately? Notice how it used to be 1 million lanes and they only had 5 open? I never understand that, but, And then, you got some self-checkouts here and there. The one I think both the Walmarts actually here. Could just be the one on the other side of town. I had 3 of the damn things. I one on the little, I have a neighborhood market right here by the house. I got the super center. That's just garbage. A little farther down the road from that, and then we have the nice Walmart on the other side of town. I go to that one whenever I can because, if I have to get big things, because that Walmart's better, but neighborhood market is far superior. But anyway, you go to the big Walmart. There's a giant thing of self-checkouts on one end where all, the registers, they took all the registers out to make a giant, 10-plus area for self-checkout. Then they put another one on the other side. And in, the few aisles that they had there, they've turned, 5 or 6 of the regular aisles into self-checkout with the conveyor belt so you can put it all on there, do your thing like you would normal things, except you're bringing it up yourself. Look at all the McDonald's where, there's no one taking your order. It's a little touchscreen, self-serving, kiosk. Well, what do you think they're going to do if you make them pay that much extra? There's going to be a lot more of those and a lot less people. That's going to hurt. Entry-level people that don't, low-skilled positions. Those are the ones that are going to get taken out by those self-checkouts and kiosks. I'm not saying they don't have skills, but those are the entry-level things. They're going to get murdered if you make them pay that much because they will pay for those computers to do all of it for you. To not have to pay a person if you try to, cut into their profits that much. It doesn't take a genius to figure this out. What the hell? How do you think Walmarts and all them, Lowe's, Home Depot, McDonald's, Sheets and all of them that have like the touchscreens, like for ordering into like. Do you think they're in business to not make money? Like that is the point of a business, and for them to be that profitable is to make money. They give a damn about the people that they're paying, that are the reason they're making any money doing the work. It's about making money, which is why Walmart, look, we're doing automation. So you can ring up your own order. Yeah. Who did that hurt? Entry-level people. What did all the self-checkouts do? Hurt all kinds of people. Like, businesses only give a damn about making money in themselves. If you're going to raise it that high, that's actually going to cause way more damage. Again, study proved at 15. What do you think 2022 would do? That would just bury it. We'd only have large corporations. Like, it would kill small businesses and entry-level jobs. You people could try to tell me I'm crazy. I dare you. Beg you. It's been physically proven. Like, even the study by Birdie and all them. Like, it doesn't, I'm for, like, raising it from where it is, like, up to like $9-10. I'm for that. That's a reasonable thing, Just, raise it a little bit. Hell, 8, then move it to 9, then, like, move it to 10. Like, progressive thing. So it's not like all at once. You could slowly, like, do things. Not just, hey, here's over double, which means then you're either raising your prices a lot, or you're screwed to cover it, or you're getting rid of people. Just think of small businesses. Say they have 5 people. You can do the math. 5 people. If they're in a place where the minimum wage is where the federal level is at $7.25, put the $7.75 difference on there. Multiply that by like 8 hours a day. Hell, multiply that difference by 40 hours, which is a normal work week. If they have 5 people, so take that $7.75, multiply it by 40, times that by 5. That's how much extra they'd be putting out a week. Multiply that by 4. Like, and go, oh yeah, right, that really would shatter them, as a lot of them, struggle to stay in business for the first 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Small businesses and restaurants crumble all over the place. And then go, oh shit, he's right. He might be onto something. Look, I said a dirty word. Don't care. He might be onto something. Like, we all got calculators on our phones. It's not that hard. Do the math. Before you even get into raising taxes or anything, just do the math. It would kill them. It's not really that hard to figure out, everyone, but anyway, get off my soapbox. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening. All the new people that following and watching, I appreciate you. Again, like, share, comment, follow. Tell other people to get them to follow. Jesse Rosinsky Show clear across Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and on Spotify. And everything helps, build the community. Get some good word. We need more people giving actual, like, common sense stuff, not just, going with the crazy mainstream media talking points. That's not helping anything. But I appreciate y'all. Thanks for giving me the time of day. Again, follow on all of them and follow along. More followers makes it higher on the list so more people can actually, like, see it. And, again, appreciate it. So until tomorrow, peace.